Is this thing on? Hopefully, yeah, it says it. Okay, cool. So, hi, we're back to this angle right now because I am gonna hopefully get a stand for my phone tomorrow, but we are going to not worry about that right now. Um, we are today doing top sirloin steak again because why not? I figured I should try this whole thing again. Um, the goal is to get to like 130, 135, and then pull it out, and we'll see how that goes. I also got wow, I need to be able to speak. Potatoes and broccoli, because y'all know it's me and y'all know how much I like that. So, first off, this has been marinating for the past hour. Hope you can see that pretty well, because again, I can't see anything that you guys are seeing right now, so hopefully you can see it. But first, let's wash some potatoes. What do you say? That might be important, I think. So this part's going to be done off camera. I'm so sorry you don't get to see my face as much today. I do apologize for that. I was shopping today for food and I was trying to figure out, because I know I always tend to get a little too much sometimes. So I was trying to figure out what exactly was a good portion to get, and then I realized let's not worry about that for the moment. Is also I was looking at the prices and I didn't want to spend $25 on a small piece of meat. I'm not doing that. So I did not do that. And instead I went with this because I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I remember correctly, these are the ones I'm okay with. It's either this or it's the Eye of Round, I think, that is just giving me the absolute nightmares when it comes to cooking things. But also I'm doing that whole thing where I attempt to cook it better. So, washing the potatoes out, because even if it comes pre-washed, you always want to wash your potatoes out, just in case. You never know what may or may not be happening. I need to grab two bags. I'm going to walk away for a second. And I'm back, kind of, sort of, maybe a little bit. So, let's see how well this works today. What do you say? We're going to do we're going to actually turn this on first. We're going to spray this. And I wanted to do kind of a gag today, but I don't think the gag would have worked as well as I wanted to, where I just come out and I pour some Gatorade onto the pan. Because you know how there's like cooking wine and stuff? Like, what if there's cooking Gatorade? I think, what is that? Is that the actual, what is that? Oh, okay. I need to clean this a little more. I have not cleaned it recently. Oopsies. Let us do potatoes. We all know the joke about why I always do potatoes, so I won't, say it again here. I'm going to hold a knife, so I'm going to not talk for a minute while I hold a knife. Okay, now that I'm done cutting that up, I'm going to put these in the air fryer. I'm not going to do anything to them yet. I should have got some spices today. You're going to look at the meat now. When I was at the store, and I forgot to, so I do apologize for that. Some things to, well, hold on. Let's actually get these in here. I forgot how fast cast iron may or may not heat up, and all of a sudden, it is heated up quite a bit. Like it's doing the smoking thing. Also, let's turn this fan on. It's been a while. Oh no, what I want to do, that's right. So, what we're going to do, we're going to put this back here. No, we're not. We should, but we're not. And remember, this is called My Cooking Errors, so whatever. No, we're not going to start that yet. Let us turn this down to this. Yeah, we might move it back. We'll move this over to here. I just made a huge oopsies. Oh, well, that's why it's called Errors of Cooking, right? And not everything that Cam is perfect with, because we all know A, I'm not perfect. And, that's okay. So, there we go. Let's add a little bit of seasoning, a little bit of salt. What do y'all say? This is the Grillin' salt-free steak. And the reason why it's salt-free is because I have the salt right here. It's kind of waiting for that to explode as I drop salt on my hot. I know I'm doing this wrong. I'm okay with that. I do not care. Look, it's already hot outside. First off, it's already hot outside. Meaning I'm not having the best day ever. So forgive me for having a little bit of a lapse in things. Should I have cut this? No, I should have cut the fan off this. There. Oh. Wow, it's been a while since I've cut that. Okay, so this will go there. So a few things I learned from last time is don't have the handles close, because then you're focused on that the entire time. So I'm going to move that very shortly. I also didn't realize how much of this you can see. Sorry if that's disappointing. I'm not perfect, I think we all know that. Ooh. The potatoes back, no potatoes back here. So, and as we all know, I am not perfect or close to being perfect. So, let's see me attempt to be slightly better by moving this over to here. Now you can see a little more. Let's move this back to there. Oh, the comedy you all signed up for, right? Exactly. Oh, that just was not fun at all. Okay, let's... I'm going to use this spatula down so it's a little bit wider. And there's still chocolate on my other spatula, so we're going to use this, the Death Star, to press it down. So as a PSA, I don't like the heat at all. I hate this time of year because my body and my circadian system does not adjust well to any of what's going on right now. It is kind of terrifying, kind of horrifying. I hate it. I am politely walking on eggshells right now because I usually get 2 migraines in the month of May. I have not gotten a single migraine this year. Maybe it's because I've drunk more water than normal, so that's awesome. But I do not enjoy the heat because it's just not a good time for me. If you do, congratulations. My whole theory has been, excuse me, I can always put on another hoodie or another jacket or another layer in the winter and in the fall and in the spring. But in the summer, I eventually I can't. So, also as many of you know, I like to sweat like it's going out of style, like it's an Olympic sport. I'm going to get the gold in. I'm not very athletic, but when it comes to sweating, I am very athletic. We're going for medium well today, I think. So, yeah. Let's see. I am also still waiting for my next not speed run, but my next video game to come in. It was supposed to arrive today. Like it says on the site, it's arriving by. Oh, that's not bad. It's arriving by the end of today, but it's also said it's going through UPS, meaning if it doesn't arrive by like 3:30, it's not coming for a while because UPS's end of day is 3:30, I think. It did not say with FedEx. It definitely said through UPS, which is fine. So at this point, it's probably going to be Monday when I start doing that, which is fine. I have things to occupy myself. Plus, I got things to occupy myself. I might, excuse me, attempt to speed run another game, which I know I can speed run super quick, but we'll see. I also have a book to read that I need to get done so I can return to the library and pick up another book while I'm at it. So, we will see what happens. Again, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but wouldn't it be funny if I just live streamed? We're going to start this now. If I live streamed myself just reading a book silently. But like that meme of like reading a book, oh, you meant out loud for like a publisher or for anything else. That kind of thing. There's Saul, okay. So, we will see. As always, thank you for joining me for a live Leftovers episode. Even though this one isn't Leftovers, this is the first of a non-Leftovers, I guess, episode. So thank you for joining me for that. Let's wash this, and let's clean this, and hope this works. Probably turn around more than I am because I need to make sure that nothing's on fire on the stove. However, at the same time, y'all are watching it, right? So I shouldn't be too concerned, right? You have to press it down once in a while. Nice. Did I forget how quickly these cook? Yeah, I did. And that's okay because that's why it's called Cooking Errors in a Comedy of in the kitchen. Not, again, everything came out as perfect in the kitchen, because it's not, and I'm not. So, you know, we'll see. Alright, so we're gonna put this in a bag. I don't think I need a large bag for this. The question is, will the bag stay closed? Because depending on the bag size, sometimes it doesn't always stay closed. Hey, it worked. Cool. Okay. So I have I don't think I talked words I can speak them. Talked about this last time. I know I didn't talk about the other one. But we're gonna. So okay. We'll talk about the. I don't say lesser interesting comment, but I thought it was funny. Elmo being Elmo. Put out a tweet for the NBA Finals because apparently sports still happen after, January. And he said, I just hope both teams have fun. And one of the teams that I've, based off Google/the internet, one of the teams is the Knicks from New York. And hip check. Cool. And the other one is San Antonio Spurs, not yet, the San Antonio Spurs. And when Elmo said, I hope both teams just have fun, I think it started with New York because there's actually a Sesame Street on New York, but both teams went after him. And then Elmo had to reply with a tweet about how He is sorry and something else. I thought that was funny. Because there was actually a picture put up of Elmo and friends doing something with Sesame Street, like establishing a... Oh, that could work. Establishing a Sesame Street in New York, and people were like, Elmo, don't. You're better than wishing both teams have fun. I think it was something about spur of the moment, and he's gonna nix his idea. So like he incorporated both the teams, which is pretty darn clever. All right, that's making me feel better. I am. Good Lord. Whew. As most of you know, and as I've said multiple times on this channel, I sweat a lot, especially when it's already 85 degrees outside, especially when I'm standing over a potentially 150 degree cast iron skillet. So this is, well, as much as I'm enjoying it more, this is also just kind of the worst thing right now for me. I will say, so for those of you who don't know, I go to the gym, and you see, and when I go to the gym, I do wear a headband because I use 3 machines, an elliptical, and then a pull down something or other, and something to work, I think, your pecs. I don't know. And I would wear headbands because when I went on the elliptical, it's like, hey, guess what? Boom, not a good time. You're going to sweat a lot. Which, again, working out, not surprising at all. But I might need to grab one now, like when I do this next time. That's looking almost really good. So you hold it. Good, you're working because I know one time where I wasn't sure how it would work out. I'm pretty happy with the looks of that right now, but we still got to check it. So we will. Work. Okay, tear maybe. There we go. I don't know if you can see my elbow in this shot, but my elbow was in that shot, I think. Okay, so I want it to be 1. Oh, that's feeling really good. Okay, so that's feeling really good to me right there. So what we'll do is we're going to take a... Oh, I may have timed this wrong, but that's okay. We will turn this down slightly. You're looking weird. Alright, we're going to focus on the steak before the potatoes, which is fine. So I'm really happy with how that steak looks. Surprising thing I never thought I'd probably say. Welcome to being chef. Awesome. Yep, okay, we're good. Cool. So, we're going to do a little bit of sides, not a ton of sides, because I don't want to focus on the sides today, but here are the broccoli crowns, which you can see me cut right here. Awesome. Cool. We're going to turn this off. Because I want to. We're going to get an actual knife and fork set. Yeah. This will work. Don't stick to my foot. Or do. We're going to transfer this over to here. I think think that's a pretty good looking steak for the first time in a while that I've not cooked. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It's got some juice on it. Again, not a fan of like a lot of juice, but I think that's gonna look pretty good. And then wait for potatoes to be potatoes. I'm probably gonna cook these again, let's be real. Excuse me. I burped. As we wait for these to wrap up, thank you for joining me on another episode of Cooking with Me, and the comedy that is in the kitchen. I hope you had an enjoyable time, and please forget to like, subscribe, and comment, because I'm not doing it for that. Not doing it for the clout. I'm doing it to remind everyone that you don't have to be a human highlight reel. You can just do things, and things will happen, and you might mess up, and that's okay. And all of my stovetops are off, my oven's off, fantastic. Longest 60 seconds I think I've had in a while. Come on. There we go. Okay, so let us, well, no, it's actually potato, but you know what I mean. Potato us. So over here now. I need to get some kind of potato seasoning, I think. Alright. That should be a goal I have for the next episode, is potato seasoning of some style. Alright. There we go. I will take a picture, and thank you for joining me for another meal. I hope you find it as delicious as I do. See you next dinner, or see you next meal.